Good morning. Indeed, that is good advice. Of course, we've got another day of the soggy weather as we take a live look outside at the airport. LAX looking very, very wet on the road there, up at the upper levels into the departure area. Yes, check with your carrier to make sure that your flights are on time. Of course, we've got the satellite radar pictures very active again this morning. We are seeing those heavier downpours, those yellows, those reds, those heavier cells that are still moving in, coming up due to that atmospheric river. Temperatures are chilly. 47 in Simi Valley, same for Santa Clarita, 44 in Lancaster. Big Bear, 32 degrees, freezing. We're getting some snow now at the upper, higher elevations above the resort levels. 53 in Palm Springs, 50 in Santa Ana. We've got the flash flood warnings in effect. Same areas as yesterday. I'll go over all of those alerts in just a bit. In the meantime, just wanted to show you the chance for thunderstorms out there today. Temperatures staying well below average, only in the 50s, 30s, eventually up into the mountains with more of that snow falling. That snow level is expected to continue to drop eventually to that 4,000, 4,500 foot level. When I come back, I'll show you the extended outlook. There is a light at the end of this tunnel. I'll show you when the improvements are coming in just a few moments. In the meantime, Jen, back to you.
Maria, thank you. So cleanup efforts do continue this morning after a mudslide severely damaged 6 homes in the Beverly Crest area. Gigi Graciette is live there with more. Gigi, how is it looking?
You know, Beverly Glen, which is obviously a major thoroughfare from the San Fernando Valley to the west side and back, is a muddy mess. Take a look. Most of the debris, though, and we're talking about fallen trees, just mud, water, is off to the side. So the roads are passable and they are getting busier as the morning goes on. But a lot of cleanup has to be done here. Now, you mentioned those 6 homes that were damaged in the Beverly Crest area. Take a look at the video. This is just one pocket of damage because we also saw a lot of homes red tagged, a lot of damage in the Fryman Canyon area. The firefighters having to help escort about 15 people out of the area, which included 9 children and their pets, forced to leave. And the streets, we're talking about Caribou, that was just a muddy mess. Even a piano was upside down and in the middle of the street. Thankfully, we're told, I believe that home was empty, so there were no injuries reported. Now, Mayor Karen Bass yesterday declared a local state of emergency for the city of Los Angeles, which of course will help expedite funding for the cleanup and the repairs that will have to be done once this rain stops. And she got a very important phone call yesterday from the president offering his help.
If there's anything more you need from us, from my FEMA director, we'll get any help on the way as soon as you guys request it. So just let me know. That's why I'm calling.
And, of course, declaring a local state of emergency will help expedite all that funding needed. Now, bringing it back here live at 9 a.m., Mayor Karen Bass expected to update us along with LA City Fire on the damage done and the cleanup efforts. This, as the rain continues here, we've seen it heavy at times and then a light sprinkle. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you very much. This storm, of course, is bringing a little bit of everything to the Inland Empire, from heavy rain to snow. Mario Ramirez, live for us in Moreno Valley with the latest there. Mario, what are the conditions like?
Good morning, Melvin. Well, it's drizzling right now. We've had light but consistent rain for the last couple of hours, and we've found one of those trouble spots. You can see it here. We've been watching drivers slowly make their way through this intersection, Ramona Expressway at Paris Boulevard. The water here almost a foot deep in some spots, and it is slowly receding with the showers weakening. But take a look. This is what it looked like overnight as the area was seeing heavier downpours. It did force Public Works crews here to shut down the right eastbound lane of Ramona Expressway for at least a mile from Webster Avenue to Paris Boulevard. And this is just one of several areas where residents are seeing challenging driving conditions, something to look out for. Meanwhile, from localized flooding like this to snow in the mountains, the latest winter storm prompting San Bernardino County officials to declare a state of emergency. And we have some video showing you what it looks like in the area near Arctic Circle as snow plows made their way down Highway 18. Travelers should expect to use tire chains through these mountain communities during and after the storm. Now, coming back out here live, Another look at activity here in this flooded intersection. And across the way, you may notice that bumper sitting there on the median, likely a result of an accident or the impact hitting the flooded water. Drive slowly, use your headlights, and try to stay in the middle lane if you're passing an intersection like this. Keep that in mind if you are heading out on the roads. Reporting live here in Moreno Valley, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. Meantime, in Sylmar, fire crews had to rescue a man and his dog from the Pacoima Wash. He had jumped into the fast-moving water to save his dog. The pup managed to swim to safety, but a helicopter crew was called in to rescue the man. Both of them were treated for minor injuries and are thankfully expected to be okay.
Also in Sylmar, a large sinkhole along the 210 freeway. This is in between Roxford Street and Hubbard Street. One of the westbound lanes is closed this morning, so you can expect some delays on your morning commute. Not clear yet, though, when that lane could reopen. And check this out in Topanga Canyon. The rain-soaked hillsides could not hold up a huge tree, and it fell on a home. The owners cleaned up the mess inside and removed parts of the fallen tree. Many canyon roads throughout the Santa Monica Mountains have similar damage. Rock and mudslides are also blocking parts of Malibu Canyon and Cannon Doom Road.
All righty, everybody, let's get back over to Maria for a check of our forecast. Maria, we all want to know, when's it going to end?
Yeah. I know, right? When is this going to stop, please? You know, I have some good news. I do think things will start to taper off a little bit as we get to the end of today, and then we'll kind of shift over to more of an on-again, off-again rainy days, Wednesday through Friday. Until then, though, today will be rather soggy still. I did want to show you some of our storm totals so far. Porter Ranch, 9.22 inches of rain. Look at Bel Air, almost 12 inches. Pasadena, over 6 inches of rain. Mountain High with snow, 16 to 20 inches up there above that 7,000 foot level. The radar really showing you some active weather. Notice the brighter returns, these radar returns where we're seeing some of those heavier cells. Parts of Ventura County and LA County. In fact, we have the flash flood warning that is still in effect for areas of Malibu, Calabasas, Sherman Oaks, parts of the Hollywood Hills. Still continuing to see some really vulnerable conditions here. So mud and debris flows, those rock slides, landslides, still very, very possible, if not occurring with the flooding that's happening now and the heavy rain. We have a slew of weather alerts, including flood advisories elsewhere. Again, the potential for thunderstorms today will exacerbate the already the problematic situation that we have. Winter weather advisories up in the mountains, winter storm warnings. So needless to say, travel up to the mountains, very sketchy. Make sure that you have those chains. We have chain restrictions in place, and improvement, as I mentioned, tomorrow, and then Thursday, really big improvements as we get to the end of the week, and of course this coming weekend. I'll show you the extended outlook in just a bit. Back to you.